So, I know I kind of have to apologize because yesterday's video is only going up now. That's shallow depth of field not working in my favor. That's yesterday's video uploading, and I'm sorry. Yesterday was one of those times when it was actually more fun to shoot the footage than it is to edit the footage. Because usually post-production is my jam. Yesterday, not so much. Today, vlog-wise anyway, is going to be largely uneventful. I have a lot of work, like actual paying work that I need to get done. And, you know, my job, it takes several hours to do any one thing. Plus, I wanted to shoot a bit on the DSLR because it makes me happier than shooting on the smartphone. I mean, just look at that. Yeah. Although I do have to monitor using the smartphone, which is actually mounted on the flash bracket that I was showing off in yesterday's video, the one that looks kind of broken. It's because I just destroy my gear. I need more coffee in my life for reasons that should be obvious. People seem to enjoy my Steadicam thing that I did a little while back, and I'm still trying to figure out what it is about that people liked, so I can do more of it, obviously. Stuff like that, you know, these projects, they require many things, not least of which is adequate coffee. I want to drive the DSLR angle of the vlog a little bit more because I like good quality stuff, and there's just no arguing that the smartphone even comes close to this. And I mean, nobody was trying to really make that argument, but I think I might have been trying to convince myself that I was okay with it, and it's just, it's not good enough, especially if I look at this in the monitor right there. It just looks better. What that does mean, though, is that this setup needs work. Because aside from the fact that this setup is very, very heavy and I don't have the upper body strength that I wish I did, it's also pretty damn tight. Can't even get myself in focus. There we go. Tight? Yeah, it's tight because this is a fixed 50mm prime lens, which is what lets me get that sweet, sweet soft focus. I actually spoke to Jerome about this for quite a long time yesterday. Soft focus and shallow depth of field is great, and it makes your background look super nice. Look at that. But it is also a very narrow lens, so I'm holding this fully outstretched at arm's length right now, and my face is most of the frame, which is not what you want. You want to get a little bit of the environs in there so that you can give people context for what it is you're doing and where you are and blah, 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 all that fun stuff. So the thing is, camera lenses cost a lot of money, like a lot of money. And as much as I would love to just drop all my savings on a new lens for people, it's not the wisest financial move, especially when you consider I just dropped a bunch of money on the GorillaPod and the flash brackets and the microphone and the cables and the software and the stuff. If more money comes in from my AdSense account and monetized videos and that kind of stuff, then obviously that goes straight towards improving my YouTube content because that's where it came from and that's where it deserves to go back to. I'm a firm believer in reinvesting in something if it starts to yield dividends. I mean, if YouTube starts bringing revenue to me, it makes the most sense to put at least most of that revenue back into YouTube so that I can, you know, restart the cycle over and over again of just constantly improving quality. I think that's the only logical way to do it. If it becomes a cash grab, if it becomes just about how much money you can make with ad revenue, it becomes, I think, a little bit dicey. One of those scenarios where you make 4 or 5 or 6 videos all about one subject that don't really have a conclusion because it starts and ends with just wanting revenue. So you just kind of string people along and see how many ad clicks you can get. If it works for you, it works for you, but I don't think it makes for a good reputation on this platform that I love so much. So I'm not going to do that. And whatever money I make through AdSense, through YouTube revenue, through sponsorships, yeah, right, I want to invest at least most of it back into YouTube. That's the long and the short of it, and it took me a good several minutes to say that. Hopefully I can cut it down to something better. Good luck to you in the edit, me. I always wind up talking about YouTube somehow, but what I wanted to start talking about was actually not YouTube, but what my day is. Today, I have to get a bunch of work done, obviously, and I also have to go into the gym for, a second day in a row, but not for a workout, actually. I'm going in to see the Biokineticist to assess my health and fitness levels, and also a little bit for me to assess how good they are at their job. Obviously nothing at all against the Sports Science Institute of South Africa. I think it's a fantastic place and a really nice gym, but I've had some interesting experiences with medical professionals who think they know things about exercise and nutrition and then have gone on to be proven heinously wrong multiple times. I think with medical people especially, we want to put a lot of trust in them because they often hold huge responsibilities in terms of people's lives and stuff. But like everyone else, they're human and they're fallible. So I'm going to see the Biokineticist with a pinch of salt ready, if that makes sense. I'm very excited to hear what kind of state I'm in, because the last time I had a doctor look at me was after my pancreas basically gave up, and I was not in a good way back then. I'm a lot healthier now, but I'd like to see what it looks like on paper, because it's been almost 3 years since I've seen any assessment of my health. So fun fact, they're in here, got the dates wrong. We're here a week early, which means it's time to go home and eat food.
Yes.
Shameful, shameful food.
Shameful food.
Because that was hysterical. We wound up just kind of standing in the gym like, I wonder where our appointment person is. The good news is some of my day just freed up and I don't have to be wearing a tank top no mo. So that went pretty smoothly. Back home now, since we had no reason to be at the gym. Shame. Bong. Shame. Clang. What that does mean for me is that I have some time with which to do food-related things.